Hello, YouTube. Welcome to Ahmed Gaming. I am Ahmed. We are here with Out of Ore. Starting like we normally do, we're going to get right into our wheel spins so we can get what we have today. First and foremost, obviously, let's start with our debuff to see how bad we're going to be screwed on what we're trying to do. It may be broke down, but we got some stuff in the smelter. We'll be able to build it. We just can't use it. Which is all right. Which is all right. All right. Good enough. All right. Conveyors. We only got a few more episodes left. We'll have everything unlocked as long as I didn't forget something, which is possible. All right. We got a straight one by. That could be useful. And on the second spin, we're getting down 8x4. All right. Good, good, good. The elevator every night. I mean, those three here, I'd like. So at least 2 more episodes and we'll get one of them. Next episode, we'll get both those. And then the next episode, we'll get something. So we're almost there. Yeah, production. Let's see. Let's go ahead and spin this, see what we get here. I'm feeling like it's gonna probably be the froth floater, is what I'm thinking. Oh, look at that. All right, that wheel is done. We are done with all our production stuff. So that's pretty good. Running down to our power again, another thing we're just about done with. Let's see, that's a input times 2. And what could it be? Ball pylon, 1400 kilowatts. Nice. So 2 more episodes will be done with power. And 2 more episodes will be done with heavy equipment. I mean, honestly, if we got the roller, that wouldn't be bad either. But I already said that'll probably be the last thing we unlock. Yeah. All right. So next episode, we'll have the roller. That the power is 3 more. We'll have everything there. Production is done. 3 more. So 3 more episodes. We'll have everything here taken care of, except for daily debuffs. All right. So we just started this before we left last episode, I believe, right? Fairly close to it. I mean, I do get to cheat a little bit, you know, because I take a couple minutes after the episode usually and get the screenshot. So, you know, it gets to run for 3 extra minutes, 4, if I use the drone and have to fly that thing around because it's not very fast. All right, so here we are. We didn't get the roller, so we can't afford that anyway, so I guess that really don't matter. We can't use the wash plant, so we can't go up there and dig. I think let's work on the same thing we've been doing for a little bit until we get this stuff smelted so we can go make some money and buy some conveyor pieces and whatnot. Let's try to get this filled in here. Now the question is, where do I want to take dirt from? So I had an idea. that I'm probably going to add to it for a later tier. Now that we have power in the game, I mean, first and foremost, I'm going to say that on this map, you should be able to get coal or power from the coal plant, right? Like that's what it's supposed to be doing. So we are going to power the town with the coal plant, which means we're going to hide solar or something like in a box somewhere in the coal plant. And we're going to run power lines down to the town to power the town up in the buildings that we end up making there. I don't know what tier I'm going to add that to. I'm going to look and decide, but that's going to be a new goal here in the future. And I kind of like I said, I want to make a power plant for us. And I just don't know. I wish they had coal plants for the conveyors. Because I could make a nice little plant here. I can do it with the fuel, but we're not at that level yet. I'd like to have, like the turbines that I use, like not just in a big old area, just all stacked on. I want them kind of like placed a little bit, like maybe up that way and over this way. The problem is that power cable is so short. I think it should be a little longer. So it's going to take a lot of pylons. I'd like to see like real tall pylons, like power poles. I think that'd be cool. So let's think. Let's try. I'm trying to think this out. I know you come in, you watch the video, like, man, this guy's not prepared at all. And I'm not. I try not to prepare. I try to do it all and talk it all out while I'm doing it. And flattening down up here would be good. But I'm not going to actually make like a power plant. Or if I do later, it'll be with the fuel. At least I'm not going to put a bunch of those or solar inside then. And there was a comment that I read that was a pretty good idea with solar because it does work at night, which, sucks. Is that either at night, set a time I can't run the plant, or I have to have twice as much power as I need and count them as batteries, per night. So that's not a bad idea either. You know what? Let's go up there. Let's do that mountain because that can be a solar field up there. Whether how we're gonna work it or whatnot, I don't know, but we'll figure that out. All right, let's grab this. Let's get it up here because I think it'll be quicker for us to load this up with the loader and then drive this down to this area. Yep, the tree's good to be gone. Like I said, we'll let that stuff smelt, and if we have enough money, we're going to buy some conveyor stuff. But ultimately, I also want to save some if we make enough today for the roller, because I think the roller would be very big for us right now, just in the fact that we can smooth out our areas that we're running on, which I think will increase our overall speed. All right, let's go get the loader. I might actually check the fuel of both of them and get a fuel delivery if I need to. The DX20 at some point is going to have to go into town to refuel. So whatever. So you're at half. Just rolling. Thought I set the e-brake on all this. I did hear that this, I know I set that e-brake. Are the e-brakes defaulting off now when you load? half and half. All right, let's call a fuel drop here. It's only half, I know, but we're gonna have them separated. So let's. Ooh, that could have been bad. I'd rather just get it filled up now than drive this all the way down to the plant and then have to turn around, either drive it back up here or. I thought I hit start. I forgot I'm in sequential, which I'll probably turn off for what I'm about to do. All right. Pick you up. That's it. Not a huge deal. We got a lot of stuff to smelt. We need to get another smelter, at least one more. We need to get more conveyor. We don't really need the conveyor stuff right now, right? Like what we have now is going to work for a while to get what we need, but I'd like to kind of build it up. At the same time, though, I'm going to build it up, and I'm going to change what I do anyway, I'm sure. If I'm building up little by little, then I'm going to be taking it down and trying to switch it. I don't know. All right, let me switch that real quick. There. I don't mind the sequential. I just think it's a pain in the ass when you don't really have a great way to shift and stuff. So again, I wish I could turn it on just for the rock truck. That would be useful. Put that parking brake. All right, let's do some digging. Try to get this as level as I can based on my skills. Which I'm not great at. I'm not great at the whole level thing. I know there's the GPS. I think it helps let you know if you're level, but I don't think it actually helps you level. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Like you hit one bump and it's bouncing, so you go to correct for that one bounce, and then you go back down, you correct again, you end up making little freaking whoop-de-doos all over the place. I find it better just to eyeball it and go from there. Now, if it does what other, like, real-life GPS does, where it, like, can help adjust your blade and hold it where you need it, that, I think, would be a little more useful. You never know. Down the road, it might. Or I'm just doing it wrong, and I need to get good. I mean, I do it just alone here, just trying with that, with, bare eye in it. Yeah, I still have the autosave on, I think 10 minutes, just because I was having them crashes. And of course, like I said, when I played on Aaron Mason's save, whatever it was, a few days ago, I didn't crash once. I didn't crash last episode here. Actually, I think you're full. I'm also thinking, maybe when I run into town to fill this guy up, I will buy some lights and try to build a little light tower there or something to help light up the area a little bit more for us. It was definitely dark. Or I could bring the truck over, the pickup, and at least turn the headlights on. That could help a little bit. Yeah, like right now I'd like the sequential. Let me get up this hill a little bit better. Tooth is getting better. It's still sensitive to ice cold pop. Manuals, let me sequential with the truck and not everything else. So I could go up this hill a lot faster. Good enough. Let's do that. Let's grab the truck, see if that works pretty decent. I say it's dark, and that's the only thing I was worried about, is I didn't want it dark for you guys trying to watch. As of myself, I don't mind playing at night. Adds to it. I just, again, I need your guys' experience to be enjoyable as well. You're not going to want to watch, and yada, yada, yada. Even this truck's having trouble getting up that hill. Let's see here. I back you up here. Will you shine far enough? Probably not, but we'll try. Like I said, when I go into town to do some selling and build that up, I'm going to buy some lights, and we'll see if we can't make a little beam up here and buy some power cable, as long as I don't forget it, because I'm known for going into town and forgetting either A, what I wanted to buy, or just forgetting shit I need in general for what I'm already doing. But yeah, so I'm gonna build this up here. We'll flatten this out a little bit. We'll use this dirt, get down there prepped so we can get our trucks up to the plan a little bit better. We still have that over there to do, but that's not as bad. If we rolled that now, that wouldn't really slow us down. But this little stuff down there, I don't think is great. Did it stay on my focus? I don't remember switching to it. Worst case, if I decide not to use this for a solar farm, we have another building area up here that we could utilize with our wash plant at some point. I'm pretty sure we're fresh in the night, so which would be another cool vehicle. The little like light towers, portable light towers. Have them take fuel, able to pull them around. You're dipping down a little bit, actually. I need to keep this dirt here. And if I didn't feel like you lose dirt when you dump it on the ground, I could be digging up there and we could dump all the iron and stuff in a pile over here. And then next episode, we would be able to run it all through the plant. Just drop it in with this guy real quick. But I really feel like you lose product. The only reason I feel that is because if I go out there and I dig a full bucket of dirt here, and granted, it might be because, you know, I'm going too far past the overload, so it is deleting some. But so far, I don't feel like it fills in the hole you dug. But maybe as you overload and it deletes, that's why. Maybe that's my issue. What is that? Possibly some iron right there. Let's actually smooth this out. I'm so excited for next episode. Get that roller. Man, I know it's technically kind of slower, but I think it does a better job. I don't have to run over the same spot like 6 times sometimes to get it where I want it. It just does it right away. Chop that down. Let's just chop these trees down, get them out of my way. These ones probably in the way, but I'm chopping, so let's just do it. This one probably is in the way. See if I can smooth this up a little bit. And again, let me know if, you know, I've asked before and haven't heard nothing bad about it. I've heard more good than bad. If the night is too hard to see or if it's not enjoyable to watch because of it, let me know. I will get rid of night. I don't really care too much either way. Like I said, I just want you guys to be able to see what's happening and have a good viewing experience. I dumped some dirt on the ground on that first one. I thought I might have. At least get you like a mining helmet with a light on it. That'd be nice. There's a lot. There's so much. It's really easy to say, I wish it had this. Wish it had that. Wish it, you know, they put this in there. But to actually implement something like that is definitely obviously a lot harder than just saying what I wish for. And just because I wish for a lot of stuff don't mean I don't enjoy the game. Or that someone agrees with me on any of it, you know? Alright, let's bouncing crazy. I'm not even really sure how far down I need to level. I just know I need to. I gotta figure that out too. It actually kind of looks like it gets a little brighter the later it gets. Come on, just switch. Go to third. Go to third for me. It'd be extremely useful. See, that's just even smoothing. I felt, it was a little better. I think I was doing like 1, 2 miles an hour last time I came up that hill, and this time I was, 3 to 4. All right, trying to see here. Very hard to level sometimes. I feel like we need to go a little bit more here. Then we kind of got to go towards the truck. I don't really want to dig too much on that iron, because I'd rather wait if I need to level that more until we can run the plant with it. Yeah, then I definitely got to work towards the truck, the pickup truck over there. Wish I could just empty this off the side and it'd all just roll right down into where I want it, but don't think that's going to be the case. But, yeah, that's probably a bad idea, right? That's a bad idea. Oh, and just before I started recording, I seen another comment too, saying that because you can't, there's no ropes or tow straps, that it's all right to throw the vehicle, in the inventory and pick it up. Which I agree. I do. Obviously, at some point, it has to. There's just no other options. I think more or less, I'm just got to find like a penalty of some sort, some monumental way. No, just some way to pay or figure out a good price for it if I can't, flip it back over by myself. And then on top of it, it's got to be something I think that would scale with like the tier of equipment. Like, let's say I say, oh, it cost me $1,000 to have this, reset. It shouldn't cost $1,000 for 400. It should cost a lot more. So I might just figure out a dollar amount and do that. Once I start getting, gold bars and stuff like that, I can just make it equivalent to X amount of gold bars, put the gold bars in the conveyor storage over there I have, and call it my payment. I'll probably end up having one of those somewhere here too, a storage. That way, like if I have to, it's going to cost me 40 gold bars, I can put it in right away and not have to have that whole, oh, I forgot kind of thing, because it will happen and it won't be on purpose. So that way I just, like, oh, I got to pay it, I can walk over and pay it, pretty much right away, not have to go into town to do it. A little bit. Oh yeah, of course. We'll wait. And I know as soon as I turn it back to like 15 minutes or a half hour or whatever, then I'll start crashing. part of me thought about also running, you know, I'm definitely going to run power to the town, but I thought about running power to the plant or to my mine site from there. I wish I could find an easy way to be like, oh, you know, it needs a truckload of coal a day or something like that, but I'm sure we'll just keep power here on site. Yeah, kind of got off a little bit there. I said, all I can do is make it as flat as I can. And it's gonna be fine. It's gonna work it out. Let's try to fix some dirt there. I honestly don't think I'm doing that bad. I don't think I'm doing too bad. And now I'm starting to wonder if I turn the lights off, if it'll actually be better. No, maybe not. I said it looks pretty bright up on the outside and stuff. And now we got the heavy nighttime morning fog that we'll have. I think we can do this. I think we can go down this. I don't think we can go up that, but we can go down it. Still shows a little bit of yellow in there. Okay. It's going to stay in there too. Come on, baby. Put down here away from the other lights. It's not terrible, I don't think. I don't know if the lights are helping or hurting, to be honest with you. Oh, wrong button. Listen, this is just, I don't really care about prepping this spot as much as using the dirt. That's kind of what I'm looking for here, is the dirt, and figured might as well prep area as well. Now if I turn this, oh no, oh well, I guess it's kind of still dark up in the sky again. Why are you falling backwards? Probably because I'm kind of low compared to where the truck is. Yeah, I guess that pickup truck was kind of helping a little bit here, wasn't it? Alright, let's put it on a hair. I didn't know you could drag the bucket backwards and it would actually pick up dirt. use that for leveling. It's that little lip that I made, that is what's rolling me back. There's got to be something here. I'm also kind of thinking, I don't know, once I start getting in the plant, how much you guys think? Because like I said, I kind of set some rules, and I didn't plan on every rule staying, just based on how stuff went or what we felt like was good progression. So originally I said, you know, like anything from the cut, like to get to the plant, it has to be, you know, me loading a truck. The question for you guys, would you rather me stick to that and, you know, load up the truck and then drive the truck and I'll put this in there anyway, it'll be fine. Or do you guys want to be able to see me dig more and like dump it into hoppers and stuff down there that will, you know, transfer it up to the wash point? What do you guys think? I'm good either way. Obviously, one way gets more digging, and one way gets more realistic, more time consuming. So there'll be a lot more, obviously, driving. But again, like I said, and this needs to be enjoyable for you guys more than for me. It's not true, but it does have to be enjoyable to watch. And just kind of curious what you guys are thinking. So let me know if you think maybe we put we do a hopper down there and kind of have like a wash plant down, you know, somewhere close to where we're digging that we can move around as we go, that runs all the way up here, kind of like we did last season. Or just I load trucks and go up there and drop it off, and come down, load it up, and drop it off. Or even maybe a mix. You know, like we have a hopper down there, but we still have to dump it into the truck, and the truck into the hopper. Which sounds like the exact same thing, except I won't have to drive all the way up here every time. I'll just drive, you know, a lot closer down there, but we're still using the truck. It'll speed up our progression of digging in our cuts and stuff a little bit. But it doesn't take away us having to load up a truck and use it. So I guess there's 3 options. Let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you guys have an opinion and let me know. And that goes for anything else that is going on in here. If you think something should maybe be done different, or, you know, there's pretty much everyone's like, yeah, I can't stand watching you cut down trees. Then because I'm gonna have to cut down more trees. We know that. Until I hit some rock and can do concrete, or gravel or whatever. I don't even know what I need to make concrete. I've never made concrete in this game yet. If it's just one person like, I hate this part, and everyone else is like, oh no, I don't mind it. Probably go with majority on that. But and on a side note, I think my multiplayer out of ore map is almost set to go. It's a little different approach because obviously we can't start out with one truck and one thing. If we have people playing, you know, I want something for everyone to do. We're going to start out with, you know, not great equipment, but some better. We're going to have a lot of the same kind of setup and stuff like that. Be a different area, I'd assume. I assume we're not going to come to the same area, but you never know. I guess it's whatever everyone decides. But we're going to have the kind of same thing, building up the town, doing some different stuff there. Just, you know, everyone that plays co-op, and I shouldn't say everyone, the ones that I'm aware of or whatever, I've seen a lot of them that play co-op are just pretty much dig. Let's just dig a giant, you know, mine and stuff, which is cool. But, you know, I'm thinking about doing something a little different and applying the same kind of mission, quest, whatever you want to call this season, multiplayer as well. So everyone that's playing can feel progression and like they're doing something instead of just digging. Again, nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's really what, you know, mining is. Like, that's... I went to a freaking mine site, and they were worried about running power to a town and something else like that. I'd be like, yeah, that doesn't really seem very cost-effective. But having said that, I've had probably just over a handful of people that have either hopped in the Discord or something and sent me a message saying that they really enjoyed the kind of the challenge and setup, and some of them's got into out of ore because of it, just because they don't have, you know, a will to come in and just dig for, you know, just dig and play, and that mission kind of something to work for really helped them out enjoy the game a lot more. So that's really cool. It's good to hear, and I love that kind of feedback, and kind of makes me happy because that was, again, kind of what I wanted to do. That's the thing with the sandbox. You get to do whatever you want to do. You enjoy just having the best equipment and digging it off the bat, or having unlimited money and, you know, not really having to like worry about working to earn money for the, you know, the big 400 you want. You just like to dig and play with the equipment. It's great. There's nothing wrong with that. Shit, I like that sometimes, you know? Just want to dig, do big things. Some people like to have the little bit of, let's work for it. I think it feels good, more value kind of thing. So, but yeah, so I appreciate everyone that's hopped in the Discord or messaged me and said something. I'm enjoying the series. I hope you guys continue to do so. Definitely got a lot of changes coming. But anyway, so yeah, so that will be starting soon, and also starting probably sooner, probably time of this recording, tomorrow or the next day. I'm starting also a farming sim lumber multiplayer game. I know we have at least 3 that for sure confirmed that want to play. It's just a matter of times and schedules. Everyone's on, you know, such different things. So I'm planning on starting that and recording that up. All right, let's, because I keep forgetting to check that. Let's shut you off so I don't keep burning fuel. Let's flatten this down. So yeah, so I'll be starting that, and then I'll probably cycle back and forth, you know, between out of ore and some farming sim. I say lumber map, but I did get a map. I did switch from the one I wanted to use to one that you can get inside the game, Mod Hub, I think it is. So I did switch to that, and I did make sure there were some fields in there, a couple. It doesn't mean we can't add more, but just in case someone don't want to do lumber, but they want to play and and do something, they can, they can do regular farming, animals. We may have to clear some land for them at some point, which is totally fine. I think there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's kind of cool. So yeah, so if you're interested in doing that, or some or multiplayer and co-op, come on into the Discord. It should be down in the description down there, and hop in. Even if it's not with me or nothing I'm running, there are people in there playing a lot of Out of Ore. I've seen Farming Sim. I've seen War Thunder, Demon G. Like there's a ton of games. A lot of people obviously play a lot of different games. Not everyone just plays one game, and that's fine. That's great. So, and never know. Maybe you'll find somebody there also playing a game you want to play, and they're looking for more. That's like I said, that was my whole point and hope for it. Let's find ourselves a nice little. Now I'm up here. Let me go turn this truck off. I think we did enough digging up here for now. Let's see what we got chilling on smelter. Man, I'm hitting the brakes, but it ain't mattering. And the lumber, the farming sim, the lumber map and stuff I'm doing, we have really good equipment, good haul, and then from there, I think our plan is going to be to build up a town there as well. We'll need to do all the production stuff, but first we have to clear areas for it. Make roads, get more trees planted so we can run the production and all that. So I'm kind of doing a little story-ish something there to work for too. All right, so we got 34 more gold to go, but I'm still carrying all this on hand because I really haven't figured out what I want to do otherwise. All right, let's see how much we make from this. Do that and that. That needs to go into the bin over there when we get there. Trying to look, see what else. I think that should be good. I'll grab that for now too. We got to fuel her up, sell all our products, see what we have. Oh, my mouth is just dry today. The paving. We only need 63,000. Oh no, never mind. We need 83,000. Okay. Which I think we more than have. May not have it all right now, but we'll have it. Yeah, I think I need some dirt up here too. I think we'll flatten that out. Maybe I don't know. We'll have to definitely add some more down there, without a doubt. And then figure out the angle our ramp's gonna be down to that cut. That's kind of the most important. All right, let's go fill her up. We'll need her for next episode loaded up, hopefully. Assuming she don't break down. And then I'm going to do this too. I'm going to go. I'm going to edit that out. And I got to make sure I go the right way. I always go the wrong way. Northwest. I was heading south. I don't know why I always feel like it's that direction. not two. Three seems. As soon as you go to four, drops down. On the hills, anyway. Not really. I'm watching the speed. I'm not even watching the tree I just ran into. It's just not really helping as much on this as it does the bigger trucks. Maybe it is. I don't know. Not a whole lot we're going to do about it. Oh, that's right, because there's only 3 gears on this truck. I remember. Nice thing is, too, once we start digging on this spot, we'll be able to do it right from the get-go. And just excavator it out instead of, like I did with the whole mode over there. And then figuring this out as well. This is going to take so much dirt to fill if I do it. I said, part of me wants to do a bridge there. I just feel like it'd look goofy. Like a bridge down between 2 mountains going over essentially nothing. Maybe it's just me, but... Alright, we got that. Stop at the general store. Yeah, see, I don't even know if there's enough room, if the cords of power cable's long enough to go over the road from one pylon to another. I'll just have to try it and see before I do all that. Because I felt like they were so short when I tested them, and maybe they've switched since then. All right. 17,000, 21,000, 24,000. Okay, well, we have enough for the roller that we don't have unlocked yet, but will 100% guarantee be unlocked next episode. I don't think there's anything that stops it from being unlocked. Now the question is, I think we buy another smelter, because we'll make money twice as quick. And I think we'll hold off on doing more of the conveyor stuff. So we don't really have the surplus money right now just to start buying stuff to have it ready to go for us. I would like to get us a storage done. Do these work the same way? Like, I can put pieces in there, right? Because I need a storage down there too to start dumping off some of the stuff in my inventory, like, production. And I don't think there's any other way of storing stuff. Wish there was. Oh, storage container. I know it took us below. That's fine. We'll have enough money by the time we sell that stuff again. Okay, while I'm here, let's put the fuel station in there. let's get back to the mine. I was like, why ain't it going? I have to shift. You know, I don't think a bridge would be bad there. I say bridge, and in my mind, I'm thinking like, oh, you know, like a cool suspension bridge or something like that. Doesn't need to be something all fancy. Just I seen it at the last second. You know, just a little 2-track bridge to go over. Something simple. I don't think I'm going to do a 2-track bridge. It would be fun, though. Normally, I can't see these things and find them, even in the daylight, and I don't see them now at night, but I'm wanting to run over almost every one of them. I forgot there was the storage container still. I was happy about that. That was close. All right, let's go around that way. There. We're cooking now. We're cooking now. All right, yeah, we're definitely going to drop another smelter. I think that's a smart play. Especially if we're back digging. Well, I guess the only thing that could stop us from digging next episode is our rock trucks going down, right? Worst case, we lose the excavator or loader. We have the other one. So smelter up there. Let's take all the iron. All right. Double in our melting production. I think we're going to take just, we don't have a lot of iron, but we'll take the 72 that we have. And we'll go throw it in some barrels. It's not going to be a ton, but at least we keep some barrels going. Let's see. I need a place for this, like a temporary thing. Like, man, I hope, I don't know if we're ever going to get there or not. I want to buy that and it be at a store and we have to load it up onto a trailer, you know. Like, be honest. Okay, if you play Farming Sim, for example, be honest. Tell me you don't have almost at least as much fun or more fun loading up equipment at the shop and getting it delivered where it needs to go than, like, you know, actually playing. It's got to be, right? Not just me. Like, it's not like it's, oh my God, this is all I want to do in the game, but like, I enjoy that just as much as any other part. Or maybe it's just me. All right. So let's get all this extra construction stuff in there. Keep that on us. Keep that on us. Keep that. Obviously, keep the light. Did you not paint those? Right? I'm not doing something wrong, right? You just hold down, right? Damn. Well, that stinks. Can you paint those ones? I don't even know. Can you paint the new conveyor systems? Yes, you can. Ideally, definitely want to get to steel stuff, like the steel building, because that's when we can really do like the color customization and make it our own. Let's go in here. We haven't checked on this, I don't think, in a while. All right, so we got some beams here. Let's see, we got some planks here. We definitely need nothing but beams at the moment. So let's do that. Let's just put all our wood into beams and keep some of the barrels going. Definitely don't want to, you know, stop that and get behind. Not that I know if we need them. Again, like, I don't know. We could sell this too, honestly. Like our whole plan of needing it for the plant, but we're using wind and solar. And if we end up switching to power for whatever the reason or case might be or something like that, and I might add that to the debuff. Instead of the wash plant going down, maybe have wind generators, or yeah, wind turbines go down. Have another one for solar panels are broke, and one for the generators are broke. That way, like if wind goes down, obviously our plant's down, and we have to either A, have backup power sources, or we're gonna have to build them. So I might add that and take away the wash plant being down and actually having abilities that could affect it. I don't know. I might just add them and leave it at that. All right. So you're just making regular barrels. Let's do this again. Let's go fuel. Oil. And let's take the fuel with us so we have it in our pocket so we know. You know, because that debuff, that works great. You know, like, oh, solar's down. Well, now our plant's down. At some point, we're going to be where that won't, none of those three will affect us. Can you turn off? Oh, I guess to go to that power input. Look, I was wondering if there's a way to like turn off the pylon that comes from solar. So if it goes down, we just turn it off. I mean, granted, that does. If I kept it that way, and you know, we lose power, or we lose solar, or we lose gas generators, at some point we'll have our plant 100% done and not be rebuilding it. But we'll have all three systems intact, set to go. It costs a lot of money and a lot of stuff up the road, but at some point it ain't going to affect us anymore. But I think by the time we get to that point of it being able to have three backup power systems, just in case we get the roll two and we get two of the three shut down. Yeah, I think if I remember, I'll add those. I think that'd be fun. Because like I said, it's just a daily one. All right, so we got that. We got a little bit of that hill flat up there, which is gonna be potential little solar field we'll do up there. We got a lot more work up there to do, but wanted to be able to kind of fill that in since the whole plant was down today. Do we have anything in here? We got some coal, so we did want some coal. I need to unlock the chute because now that I have coal here, that's, you know, freaking great. but I have no way of getting it in the truck now. So I need the chute so I can do that. And we have to work on that too. We have to work on making the loading zone for the semi. We'll probably end up doing the same thing now, like a temporary thing. You can't turn these off, right? No. If I attach something, it goes out. Do you get to filter? No, let's just do one. Probably not. All right. Just trying to think of something for the future with the like the coal and gravel and stuff like that. All right, so these guys are gonna keep making and cooking away. Gonna keep producing that iron for us. We have the roller next episode for sure. Unless, I mean, we'll be able to have it unlocked. I can't guarantee one, we'll be able to drive it, or two, the heavy equipment store ain't going to be closed. And we can't buy it. We'll have it unlocked. So no matter what happens next episode, we'll have something to do. Either we're going to keep digging to make more money. We can keep leveling this. Well, if we have the roller, we can start smoothing out the roads. Because all we have to do is get the road smooth from here to the town. And I need to get an area and build a little something for a place to wash the vehicles. That one might be the hardest one just because I don't know where I want it to be, and we might have to do some groundwork to make it looking good. It might just go over there next to that garage. But once we do that, we unlock the next tier. And like I said, I thought about trying to change it up and switch it so that it was a little harder, but it's been hard. This is 19th episode, I think. And we still are using a DX20. That, we don't have a pit, and we pretty much are living paycheck to paycheck. So I think it's been enough challenge and enough time. So I'm just going to stick with that. But I'm going to add the powering up the town, getting some power poles, and like I said, we'll hide some solar or something that always runs underneath it just to light up the town, just to get power there so it looks kind of civilized. And keep going from there. And if you guys think of anything else, let me know. Whether it's daily debuffs. Soon, I think, I don't know if it's tier 3 or 4. I have to see if I wrote it down. I thought I did in the rules. The big event wheel has a chance of popping, and I still don't know 100% why I want to trigger or how I need to trigger that. Like I said, that'll be major stuff, like, you know, wash plants broke, must replace. You know, it'll be big deal stuff, so it'll be something hard to trigger. But yeah, but if you have any ideas for that, for daily debuffs, anything, other thing, gameplay, maybe more little missions or little goals or something like that, let me know. Throw them down in the comments below. I'd appreciate it. And yeah, we'll call it here. If you liked the video, hit that like button for me. Again, comment below, give me any tips, tricks, any thoughts, ideas, anything we should change or anything to make it cool or fun, or add a different degree of something to the game. I'm always down for any kind of input. And hit that subscribe button for me if you would. I'd really appreciate it. We're over 400 subs now, which is amazing and huge, and I didn't ever think I'd get there, let alone, you know, 7 months into it. So thank you for all the support so far. I really appreciate it. Closing in on that first goal of 500, which is awesome. But yeah, hope you have a wonderful night, evening, and morning. I hope to see you next video.